Yo, this is my physique when I was using these fitness techniques, and this is my physique when I finally stopped using them and just started doing the right thing. Look, there's no lie. Fitness is populated with a whole bunch of BS, and I'm about to break down 3 fitness lies that you were told and what to do instead. So to keep it simple, we're gonna go over each lie, and then I'm actually gonna give you a solution on how to actually get over it, because I'm not just about to be like, oh, here's a problem, and I'm not gonna give you the solution to the problem. I'm always gonna give you the solution, so just stay tuned, because I'm about to get y'all right. So the first lie that you were told is that you need to eat 3 meals a day. And if you want to see why that's not true, just go to my video up here. It's gonna be up here, and I made a video on why I only eat 1 meal a day. But there's like this lie that was told that you need to eat like 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, 5 meals a day if you want to bulk and put on muscle, or like you got to be always in like this protein synthesis phase. And that is such BS. There's no truth to that. Look, here's what you need if you want to grow muscle and get big and get strong and all that, if that's what your main focus is. You need to be eating protein and you need to be training. So as long as you're training, going to the gym or lifting weights or doing calisthenics like 3+ times a week, and as long as you're eating protein, like getting your beef, eggs, chicken, fish, all that, and getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you will be fine. You don't need to worry about it. And honestly, eating more than like 2 meals a day is just too much, in my opinion. You waste too much time having to gobble down food and deal with the digestion, and then just having to deal with the cleanup, having to get with getting the food. It's just too much of a process. I say either eat 1 or 2 meals a day and just leave it at that. And that way, when you do eat, you can have these big feasts, and on top of that, you get all the benefits from intermittent fasting. And I made so many videos on that. If you want to check that out, click here. But pretty much, when you do intermittent fasting, what you're gonna do, you're gonna get a boost in HGH, boost in testosterone, boost in BDNF, and it's just gonna give you more time. So essentially, you're gonna get bigger, stronger, leaner, and you're also gonna get smarter because you get a little mental boost. So you get all those benefits if you just eat less. And I'm not gonna lie, it can take a while to get used to, but really, as long as you're just eating a lot of protein, eating filling foods, like eating high protein, high fat, okay? Because a lot of people like to be eating like low fat diets. Like, what is that? Like people will get eggs and only get the egg whites. Like, that doesn't make no sense. Fats are super essential. You need fats to fuel your brain. So make sure that you're getting your fats from like avocados, coconut oil, butter. Make sure that you're getting your meat, your protein from like meat, fish, dairy, pretty much like all that. That's really all you need. And then just get a lot of that, and you're gonna be full and satisfied. You're not gonna be hungry or peckish throughout the day, even if you're fasting. Lie number 2 is that you can't get jacked with just body weight. You can get very jacked with just body weight. Look at Broly Gaines. Look at any of those dudes in New York, Akeem Supreme. Look at just all these people on social media that you see that only do calisthenics. You can get jacked with calisthenics. The thing is, people think that you can't get jacked with calisthenics because people are inherently lazy, okay? People want to do the easiest thing. People want to see the results in front of them. So when you're doing calisthenics, it's different. You can't just like throw 10 pounds onto your push-up all the time. Most people don't have access to stuff like that, like weight vests or belts or whatever. You can't just always throw 10 pounds on your pull-up, although you can, but most people don't have access to that. You can't just throw 10 pounds on your handstand. No, like if you're progressing a handstand, it's gonna be like a whole progression. Someday you're gonna start like holding like a frog pose, and you're gonna start with like holding it for a few seconds, and like now you can balance it and get into it from like, a down on the ground position. Like it's just a different progression. People aren't patient enough to deal with that. Like if you're learning the handstand, you got to go from doing pike push-ups, doing elevated pike push-ups, then finally doing handstand push-ups against the wall, then getting yourself off the wall and learning how to balance, and then actually going down the push-up. It's a whole different process instead of just loading up overhead press bar and just throwing weight on that. It's way different. So yes, you can get jacked, you can make gains with just calisthenics, but I will say the solution to this is that you just want to combine the best of both worlds, okay? You want to be doing calisthenics, and you want to be doing weightlifting, 3 times a week. Obviously, do your squat, do your bench, do your overhead press, but on top of that, make sure you do your pull-ups, do your dips, do your push-ups, do your handstands. Like, combining all that together is going to give you the complete physique that you want. And lie number 3 is that cardio kills your gains. Okay, look at football players, look at rugby players, look at boxers, look at sprinters, look at some basketball players. Like, you do not kill your gains by doing cardio. That's the biggest lie that's been told by all the big bodybuilders back in the day. I remember I used to hear that, and I would be like, oh shoot, I can't do cardio. No, I can't do cardio. I'm gonna lose muscle on my bicep. Man, what y'all think? I'm like, I can't do cardio. I'm gonna lose muscle on my bicep. Like that stuff does not matter, okay? Look, I will say there is a certain way that you should be doing cardio. If you're gonna do cardio, you shouldn't be doing like cardio, like go on a treadmill and jog for hours or jog around the block, because I'm gonna be real, that's super boring, and also that stuff can wear down your joints. That stuff just that actually does make you lose weight if you're doing cardio like that for long periods of time frequently. But if you just go on 10-minute run after your workout or before your workout, or if you start sprinting, it's actually going to be anabolic, and sprinting will make your legs huge and actually make you bigger actually all around, because sprinting is just so anabolic and it raises testosterone like 1,000% and stuff like that, all that. But yeah, if you're going to get in your cardio, I suggest either getting it in the form of like jump rope, or doing a sport like playing basketball, playing frisbee, outdoor, flag football, or going to a boxing class or something. If you're going to get your cardio and do it that way, or on top of that, you can also just go outside and sprint a couple times a week. Obviously, y'all already know I'm kind of like the sprinting king. If y'all want a whole routine on how to sprint, then you can check the link in the description below. Cardio is not going to kill your gains. You just got to get your cardio differently. Don't do jogging. I think that stuff is pretty boring unless you're doing it with like a run club, or unless you're just addicted to jogging, which some people convince themselves that they are. But yeah, let's be real. I was like, I was in a jogging phase for a little bit. It was cool, but I will say you do get a runner's high though. But seriously, if you want to get your cardio in, either do sprints or play a sport, and simple as that. And you're not gonna lose no muscle, you're not gonna lose no weight unless you're doing it like for hours on end, frequently, like every day out of the week. That's the only way that you would lose weight. But most of y'all don't do that, so you're good, bro. You're good. You ain't gotta worry. If you want to be athletic and aesthetic, click the top link in the description below. You also have access to my free training program that I made just for y'all to become specimens, to become athletic and aesthetic. And follow me on all the social medias, X, Twitter, TikTok, blah, 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 blah. Peace.